This is discipline 2, shot 5A, also known as wing shots. I'm going to try to shoot a few for you and kind of talk you through what I'm doing as I go along. And hopefully some of these tips work a little better for you than they do for me. I certainly don't make any guarantees of making any or all of these. First, I like to use my cue stick as kind of a reference line. I'm going to put it over this first diamond here, point it towards this middle diamond on the short rail. And you can see it gives me a gap of about 7 to 8 inches away from the chalk. That creates kind of an alleyway for the direction of my roll. I'm going to roll the object ball at a speed, hopefully such that it stops just before getting to the short rail. Obviously I'm going to need to shoot it before then, but the slower it's rolling when you hit it, the more accurate you'll be. And it'll also give you the maximum amount of time as it's rolling to line up the shot and decide when to pull the trigger. So here we go, I'm going to line up my cue stick. You can't roll the object ball down the cue stick, that's against the rules, but I'm just going to use it as a visual reference. I'm going to shove the ball down the table. That's a little slow, so I'm going to have to hit it a little early, but I managed to make it anyway. Shove the 2 ball down the table. It's drifting off a bit to the right. So I hit that one a little early as well. Didn't get quite as lucky. Shove the 3 ball down the table. That's again pretty slow. Hit it pretty early. Kind of just, I don't know what I did on that one. But again, use my cue stick as a guide. Shove the 4 ball down the table. That's a pretty good speed. So normally I like to wait until the object ball is about a diamond away from the short rail and cut it in. That means I do aim pretty thin on it. At that point it's about a quarter ball aim. If you don't like that so much, you can definitely try to shoot the object ball when it's around the second diamond, and for there it's going to be about a half ball aim, maybe a little bit less. But you can definitely practice with that. So those are kind of the aim points I use. And again, if the object ball starts drifting off one way or the other, you kind of have to make the decision as it's going to pull the trigger a little sooner or later, or adjust your aim point just slightly as it's rolling, which obviously those things are difficult to do when you only have a little bit of time to make those adjustments. But as you get more consistent with this shot, you should be rolling the balls again more consistently, which will give you better repeatability, and you won't have to worry about trying to do too many things at once.